Barrow Creek wasn't a place you'd expect to lose a child. Population, 5,732. 1. High school. 3 stoplights. 0 homicides in 5 years. The kind of town where people leave their doors unlocked and think kidnappings only happen on the news. Clara Madison had bright eyes, a chipped front tooth, and a habit of collecting shiny rocks. She loved space. Said she was going to be an astronaut vet. She was last seen near the jungle gym, wearing a pink jacket with stars on the sleeves. Clara Madison, age 6. Last seen at 3:18 p.m. near Oak Hollow Park. Sector B. Clothing, pink jacket, jeans, white shoes with blue glitter laces. Last witness. Sighting, climbing the play structure, then walking toward the shaded picnic area. Status, critical missing child. Search teams mobilized within the hour. Police, fire, volunteer hikers. Even Clara's kindergarten teacher. Helicopters swept the parkland. Drones scanned creeks. Dogs traced scent trails until they stopped right at the tree line. As if Clara had just vanished. I've worked 30 years in search and rescue. I've seen kids wander off, fall in rivers, hide from strangers. But Clara? It was like she just dissolved. Like she stepped behind a curtain none of us could see. There was no ransom note. No video footage. No prints. No sign of a struggle. No exit path. The town stopped sleeping. Parents held their kids too tightly. Park swings went still. Rumors poisoned the air like rot. 1 week later, Clara's mother received a letter. Typed. No return address. It read, "She is not lost. She is becoming." The case went cold until exactly 2 years later, 300 miles south. A call came into a police department in western Kentucky about a domestic disturbance on a rural property off Latch Road. Screaming. Glass breaking. A man yelling for help. When officers arrived, the scene was chaotic. A woman barefoot, bleeding, ran into the woods. A man with a busted lip claimed she was his sister. Said she was mentally unwell, that she thought she was someone else. But what caught the officers' attention wasn't the man. It was what they heard inside the house. A faint tapping sound from under the floorboards, and then a voice. Soft. Shaky. A child's voice. "It's okay. You're safe now. Can you tell me your name?" Pause. Clara. She was thin. Malnourished. Wrapped in a torn blanket with stars on it. The jacket was gone. The glitter shoes missing. But it was her. 6-year-old. Clara Madison. Now 8. Alive. Afraid. Found in a crawl space with no light and no ventilation. She hadn't seen the sun in 2 years. She was rushed to the hospital. Dehydrated. Bruised. Barely 54 pounds. She said only one thing for hours. "They told me I was never supposed to talk again." Missing Indiana girl found alive in Kentucky, 2 years after disappearance. The public reaction was electric. Joy. Relief. Tears. But behind the headlines was a much darker truth. When Clara began to speak again quietly, in fragments, what she revealed shattered even the most hardened detectives. A figure with no face. A cage with no lock. And 4 tall shadows standing in a circle. Each shadow labeled with a single letter, M-A-R-K. She called them the teachers. They told her she was special, that she was being reprogrammed, that her parents were glitches in her growth, and most disturbingly, that she wasn't the only one. Investigators returned to the house on Latch Road, and what they found wasn't just a crawl space. It was a network of tunnels. Built beneath the house, lined with soundproof foam. Multiple small chambers. No windows. No ventilation. No escape. In one room, a tiny mattress, a stack of children's encyclopedias, a set of headphones, duct taped to the wall, playing static over and over. For how long? No one knew. Inside the attic, they found Clara's old shoes. The glitter had faded. The soles were worn down, but stitched inside the lining of one was a note. Handwritten. Torn. From a spiral notebook. It said, "My name is Clara. I am real. Please don't forget me." The man arrested, Peter Latch, 49, was not a stranger. He'd once lived in Barrow Creek, taught briefly at the local middle school, left without explanation. He denied everything. Said Clara was planted, that she was an actor. He's now awaiting trial. Bail denied. But the biggest question remains: why? Why take a 6-year-old? Why hide her in a private hell for 2 years? And why claim she was becoming? Some believe Peter was part of a larger cult, a cognitive purification network that sees children as blank slates to be reprogrammed. Others say he acted alone, fueled by untreated delusions and dangerous ideologies. The full truth may never be known. Clara still struggles to sleep. She flinches when she hears static. And draws cages. But she's alive. And on her 9th birthday, she asked for a telescope. Said she wants to look up, not in. 6 weeks after Clara was rescued, investigators searched the house one final time, behind a cracked wall panel. They found a shoebox. Inside it, duct tape, 3 worn VHS tapes, and a sealed envelope labeled, "For her, if she leaves." The letter read, "Clara, if you're reading this, they failed. You're not blank, you're not broken, you are whole, even. When they tried to split you, remember the stars, you already are one." The signature? C.M. Another child, another prisoner, or maybe Clara's older self, writing in hope that we may never know how many children never made it out, how many still live in shadows, erased by those who see them as experiments. But Clara did make it out, because one night a scream was loud enough. A cop was curious enough. And the silence cracked. She was just a girl on a playground, and for 2 years, the world forgot her name, but she remembered her own, and now, so will we.